Is the old Muay Thai saying true? You know the one. Punch beats kick, kick beats knee, knee beats elbow, elbow beats punch. It's sort of the rock-paper-scissors of Muay Thai, if you will. In order to put this theory to the test, we're going to be studying real fight footage from athletes like Sinsamut, Klinmee, and Regian and Eersel, who are some of the most elite level strikers today. Now, it's hard to trace back the origins of this phrase, and I believe that I first heard it on Sylvie Von Douglas E2's channel years ago. So I thought, okay, let's break this down. In this video, we're going to talk about the first part, which is punch beats kick. I thought, in what scenario does an arm punch beat a leg kick? The leg's a lot longer, right? If I throw a tight uppercut at long range, when my opponent throws a head kick, they're going to win that exchange, right? Because I have no business throwing a tight uppercut that far away. And that's when I remembered the second half of this phrase, which is the Teep Beats All. It's sort of the cherry bomb that beats everything else, right? And that's when I realized that it has to follow certain parameters. This phrase is true if and only if the following are true. Number one, both fighters are the same size. And number two, the techniques are thrown with proper form at the same time at a range at which both can land. So if we're talking about that uppercut, no, I can't land this uppercut at a range at which they can throw the head kick. But if I throw a lead hook at a time that they throw the head kick, then you get the exact result that we got when Sinsamut Klinmee fought Liam Nolan. You can see Klinmee occupying that lead hand as he steps his foot to the outside, moving away from Nolan's power side. Nolan fires off his kick at the same time that Klinmee rips a lead hook to the head. And since the hands are closer to the head than the foot is, Klinmee wins the exchange. You can still see that the kick lands, but at this point Nolan is already unconscious and his kick has lost momentum. That right there is a perfect example of punch beating kick. Now, I'm not saying that the left hook always beats the left kick, nor am I saying that punches always beat kicks. In fact, in fighting, we never use the words always or never. Dang it. What I am saying is that with all of your strikes, you have to make sure that you have proper technique, which means built-in defense with your offense. The ability to recognize range and timing so that you can choose closest weapon to closest target. Now, what does that mean? That means if my hands are up and your head is right here, it's going to be a lot easier to get my fist to your head than it is to get my foot to your head. All right, so I'm going to choose closest weapon to closest target. Another thing that people forget is having defense built in with their offense, right? We often see people throw the low kick and they keep their head right in the center line and bang, they get caught with that rear straight. If you were to take your head offline as you throw, you got that built-in defense, that head movement, the evasion, so now you're slipping as you're throwing your attacks. Everyone knows that when you throw your punches, you keep the opposite hand up or slip. When you throw your elbows, same thing, opposite hand is up. When you throw your knees, you tie up the arms first so that you don't get elbowed in the face. When you throw your kicks, you're taking your head offline, you're throwing at a proper range, and you're utilizing the long guard to protect your chin. One hand is up combing the hair, other hand is extended out, protecting my chin. But if you want the ultimate protection when throwing low kicks, nobody does it better than Regian and Eersel. Watch as he shuts down big punches like Nicky Holzken by attacking the heavy lead leg, disrupting his rhythm, and taking away his foundation, all without ever dropping his guard or exposing his head. And this right here is a perfect example of kick beating punch. In the future, we'll break down other videos of elbows beating punches and knees beating elbows. And this weekend, you gotta tune in Friday, October 21st, one on Prime Video 3, where Regian Eersel is going up against Klinmee. Now, both of these guys have beaten Nicky Holzken, who's one of the best kickboxers of our generation. And now they're going against each other, not just in kickboxing, but in Muay Thai. So it's not just punch versus kick and kick versus punch. We got elbows and knees in the mix as well. So you gotta tune in. Links in the description below. This Friday, October 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, one on Prime Video 3. Until then, I'm Shane with Fight Tips for the underdogs.